Pandas, 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 pandas. Oh, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us today. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, let's start off today's session with you guys filling out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today will be. Bull trend day today, bear trend day today, trading range day today. Let me know in the comments or in the chat what kind of day you think today will be. Welcome everyone. One second, still setting some things up here. All right, I think we're good now. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rick Hins. Welcome back. Ben Mao from Montreal, another Canadian here. Good morning, SW Blaze. Still in Chicago. Good morning. Jimmy from Texas. Scott Hubbard from Lancaster, Ohio. Brandon Jones, good morning from Florida. Tanner Neal, welcome Pandas. Kenner Fennel, L4 at the open again. Potential L4 was lost. Actually, has it been lost? No, we have potential L4. Could be. Who knows? Pandas. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Today, our trusty mod will be out. Jason is taking a small break. He had some errands to run. So today will just be us. I might be a little busy, modding the chat here and there. So just be aware of that. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Good morning, the Worldview Bros. Morning from Texas. A lot of Texans here. It's amazing. It's amazing you guys wake up some 6 o'clock in the morning to start trading. That is, in a way, it's kind of nice because you can trade the most active hours, and if you have work, then you can go to work right after. Being a East Coaster, the trading day begins right in the smack middle of the day, and I have a full-time job, and so this is why you see me leaving, right after kind of the power hour, the opening session. Kevin Fennel says, Texas? I thought Texas was West Coast time, Pacific. Is it Mountain time or Central time? 8:15. I might be wrong then. I thought Texas was 3 hours. That shows how good my geography is. Pretty terrible. Pretty horrendous. Oh, Kevin Fennel says Texas is actually central. I did not know that. I guess looking at the map, it is pretty much in the middle. I always thought Texas was more to the west, but alright, just 1 hour behind then. That's kind of nice too. Well, regardless, thanks for waking up early, joining the stream here. Something interesting just happened right here. We are getting super choppy, but look at this. When you have this two-legged pullback and this really beautiful signal bar off the 20 MA after strong push-up, A, B, C, super strong push-up, or not super strong push-up, very good signal bar, and you see the second entry trigger. Then all of a sudden you see this trap trigger, and you're like, uh-oh, I made a mistake. And this trap fails and reverses. That is the trickiness of the market. It actually creates a trap fails, and reverses. But notice that if you did go long here, that you could be a little more confident in your long because a couple things. You're above the 20 MA, of course, strong bull trend, but that's coming right after a strong bear trend, right? Strong bear trend, then strong bull trend, and you're wondering what's happening here, right? We just went strong down, now we're kind of going strong back up, kind of V bottom-ish. I think for me, the telling sign is this, that I did not want to go short here on this trap, even though trap trades are very high probable trades, is mainly because We bounced off the 240 SMA with an H4, and that's typically a reversal pattern. When you're bouncing off the 240 SMA this strong, typically you try not to go short. I've been burned a couple times because of that, but when you bounce off the 240 SMA so decisively like this, oftentimes trying to go short burns you. As more and more people roll into the street, hey, make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying the content here. If you'd like to support the channel, hitting that like button helps a lot. It helps not only this channel, but also helps others trying to find this channel or trying to find content like this. Pandas, for those newcomers, what are we doing here? I'm Bye Money, and welcome to my stream. In this channel, we trade only one single instrument, the E-mini futures. We trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. First pullback, first entry, second pullback, and we like to enter the second entry. Or we say A, B, C pattern, and we like to enter into the second entry. In the right context, this setup is greater than 90% probability to make a point because the market loves to move in twos. And so once the market makes a two-legged move, or two moves down, two moves up, that move is complete, and we like to enter into the opposite side of the trade. For instance, if we bring this setup right here, or even right here, it does work out, but we'll do here. We have an ABC pattern, A, B, C, and we're able to make a scalp, not only scalp, an entire swing upwards off the 20 EMA. Now, is this a good setup to take? Yeah, but this is a two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. If you'd like more details about this setup, you can check out the description below. There are playlists that go into more details about how to count legs, how to identify second entries, how to identify traps. Check that out if you'd like more information. Jack Veach asks, what tick chart is this? Our good brothers here, our good pandas here, answers the question correctly. Currently, I'm looking at the 2000 tick chart. That's my bread and butter. But I also look at the 10K chart and also the 5-minute chart as well. And I like to begin looking at the daily to get a sense of what kind of day we might have today on the bigger picture. Also, we trade pure price action here. That means that we use very little indicators. We have the 20 EMA, we have the 240 SMA, and we actually have an indicator that actually helps us with price action, gives us all the leg counts automatically, and also identifies second entries. To find a second entry using the indicator, if you're new here, simply just look to the right of the chart and you can see by the color, dark red and dark green numbers, that we have a second entry. Here, this diamond is dark red, so that means this is a second entry. How's this a second entry? Well, because you have A, B, C pattern, next reversal means that it is a second entry after a two-legged move, two pushes up. Also, we have the trading range indicator that automatically finds trading ranges using pure price action. If you like information about either of these indicators, check out the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. The URL is in the bottom right of your screen. Also, in the description below, there is a link. That's it for the introduction, pandas. Hey, pandas, let's find some good scalps. Let's find the perfect scalps today. Didn't trade much yesterday because yesterday looked like this for hours and I was going crazy. I basically took one extra trade yesterday and it was this H4 off a failed breakdown of this super strong trading range. And it lasts like after like at the end of the trading day, you're wondering, wow, that's basically all the movement happened like in the last hour, last like 30 minutes. Even in the last like after the session closed, a lot of the movement happened afterwards. Well, because it was the end of the month, end of the quarter, end of the first half of the year. And so a lot of things happened at the last, bit. And the crazy volatility kind of started to kick in at the very last hour trading. I shouldn't be muted. If someone's asking me if I'm muted, I should not be muted, hopefully. Scott Harper said, let's get that bamboo. Let's go, baby. Let's get that bamboo. Michael M says, what is the recommended ES contract per 1K? I have traded from 5K to 6K this week with 3 contracts, but I'm thinking of upgrading. If you made $1,000 this week, especially after all the choppiness, Hey, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good, Michael M. To be honest, to trade with 5K, I would start trading with one contract. That's actually basically what I started with on this channel. This is a small account journey, and I started with 5K. If you look in the bottom left of your screen, this is kind of what we're trying to do here. I started with 5K, and I was trading one contract with 5K, and that was it. And so for me, I've kind of been upping my contracts every 5K. So you trading 3 contracts with 5K, that's, in my opinion, in terms of risk capital, it's pretty high. But you know, obviously you can do whatever you want, but that's not what I've done. What I'm doing is one contract per 5K, and even that for me is a lot. I think if you want it to be pretty conservative, it's one contract per 10K. In my opinion, that is kind of like a conservative amount to use. But because we have a small account journey, I don't want to start with 10K because that's not, you know, to a lot of people that's not very small. 5K is not that small to a lot of people. Like 1K is small to a lot of people, but 5K I think is a reasonable amount where we can start off and have enough buffer room to have some drawdown when we trade. So that's what I was doing. Plus I've done this before many times, and so here I am again. I'm not gonna lie though, to double my count was pretty smooth, and to get to triple my count has been pretty decently smooth. But to get to that last, to get to the next doubling up of the 10K to 20K has been difficult, and it's not because necessarily, like, you know, I feel like my trading has changed. I just feel like the market conditions are just so bad right now. It's just so choppy, so difficult, and because of that, all the choppiness, you get so many mixed signals, and at a certain point, even for me, I lose my patience, and sometimes I get into bad trades. But hey, pandas, we're about 2 minutes to market open. I'm gonna tell you what kind of day I think it's gonna be. 50% of you guys think that today will be a trading range day with 74 votes. And hey, again, make sure you hit that like button. Let's try to get to 100 likes before the 9:30 open. Trading range, most of you guys think. I'm gonna go over what I think today will be. Today, like I mentioned earlier yesterday, since we broke down here and thinking it's such a strong uptrend, the first pullback will be small, which it was, and I thought it was gonna have another push up, and which it did. And so that's why yesterday, most of you guys did think it was be trading range or bear trend day yesterday, but I thought personally it was gonna be a bull trend day today because of those reasons. Small pullback typically after strong bull trend, and giving us another push up. But now what we have here is a potential two-legged move. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I want this two-legged move to happen, right? Because the market likes to move in twos. I want this two-legged move to happen. And when this two-legged move happens, I want to go short after the two-legged move triggers. But also notice we are approaching the breakout point. This is the trading range indicator on the daily. Notice how here it hit the breakout point perfectly in the bottom here. And now it's approaching the top of the breakout point after this trading range. And so we shall see. We might hit there. I'm not sure. I mean, I think we're close enough, a couple points away. But with that being said, I do not know what kind of day we're going to have today. Market has just opened. And I think personally, we can have a trading range day today. Or it's just hard for me to say. From the daily, I'm not getting much. If anything, if it's anything in the last couple days, most likely trading range day today. But we're gonna read the price action as best as possible. Notice on the 10K chart we lost the 20 EMA, and then we recaptured the 20 EMA here, two-legged move off the 20 EMA with the 10K chart. 5-minute chart currently triggered that trap to the upside. Triggered a trap also to the upside on the 2K chart. But I don't like to enter into trade right in the market open, just because the volatility is kind of crazy. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's a little unpredictable. But notice we recaptured the 20 EMA on the 2K chart as well. But crazy choppiness, right? When you have this much chop in the market, typically you're thinking we're most likely going to enter a trading range. Like this is most likely going to be a failed breakout. But notice the last time we were always in long. Or remember the last time we were always in. This is always in long. That was the last always in. So most likely the next push, what this trading range will do, most likely will push up, which is what's doing right now. So you gotta be careful. I'm not gonna go short here, obviously. Just because we're in the uptrend right now. Thoughts and prayers for those who go short here. I'm thinking trading range day today. Well, we'll see. Let's let a couple bars form on the 5-minute chart, and I think we'll get a better sense of what's gonna happen. L4 setup, pandas. L4 setup right in the morning. We have ourselves an L4 setup right at the market open. I'm not sure if I'm interested in this L4 though. Terrible signal bar if you are not in this one, at least. Strong push up on the 10K chart. Notice in 10K chart, we're just in this trading range in the 10K chart. So this could be the trading range we might be in today. 10K, the trading range hasn't broken. Strong push up, strong push down. Failed breakout to the top, failed breakdown to the bottom. Also notice this, pandas. We've had a channel from here, and it has been extended to here, right? This original line was right here. Failed breakdown here. Readjusted here. Guess what happens? We break out to the top of the channel, break out to the bottom of the channel, and now we're back in here, kind of resetting. Fail breakout, fail breakdown, coming back in the channel. Ooh, market's going up pretty strong right now, pandas. But notice, we're at the top of the trading range now on the 10K chart. And I'm going to take this trading range pretty seriously on the 10K chart, but we shall see. We do have an L4 setup here. I'm going to stay away from this L4 though. I don't like the shape of this, right? I don't like the shape of this 20 EMA. I don't like how it keeps bouncing off of it like this. I do not like how it looks like. Doji signal bar. This was a measure move. I'm going to get rid of this. No longer necessary. We could have a potential measure move from here to here. This could be our measure move. This is the most reasonable measure move that we can consider right now. L4 makes a perfect scalp. We have a two-legged move now off the 10K chart at the top of the trading range. As you can see, A, B, C. L4 setup might be successful here, but for me it's a little sketchy because this trend looks kind of strong going upwards right now. A little too close to the open as well. You could be potentially trapped here still, as you can see with the perfect scalp right now. That means this went exactly 5 ticks, which means that you could still be trapped, that there could still be trapped traders here. Terraneo has a good point. This looks like a spiking channel. Exactly what it looks like, actually. Spike channeling up. Let's see how strong the spiking channel is. Just watching, just watching. Nothing that really piques my interest at this moment. I may want to take this short on the 10K chart if it gives me a good signal bar. L4 makes a perfect absolute scalp, so L4 is good to make a scalp here. But I need enough room to the bottom of this trading range here. I don't want to fight against the 20 MA on the 10K chart. I just tell you right now, when the 10K is above the 20 EMA, it's just a beast, right? Like when it's lost it and it retook it, it just was a beast. The 20 EMA on the 10K chart, I do not mess with. If we're above it, I don't try to mess with it. It's a very big signal bar. And so this could signify to me actually trading range rather than good signal bar. I'm skipping this. I like the two-legged move, but look, it's above the 20 MA now. And it's too large, right? It's like in the middle of the trading range at this point if I were to take it. And also yesterday's all-time high. or yesterday's high right here could act as support. 20 EMA could act as support. Not interested in the short here. It's a difficult short to take in my opinion. Plus, when you look at the lower time frames, you have all this support here at the top of this trading range, plus the 20 EMA. So to go short there on the 10K chart, you're going to be fighting against this lower time frame here. Right, the internal structure looks bullish. When you look at the 10K chart, it's hard to tell. But when you look at the 2K chart, the internal structure looks pretty bullish. We shall see though. I'm going to get rid of this. Too much noise on my chart. But I think we're in trading range, you know. I still think we're in trading range, but... Okay, 10K triggers the two-legged pullback. That spike down, that push down. We could be continuing our spiking channel here. It's kind of hard to draw this spike or this channel and the spiking channel because these kind of overlapping. Like I don't like to go when it's like this, when it peaks below like that. It's not that clean, but this to me is a reasonable pivot to use for the spiking channel. I'm trying to break down the spiking channel, currently failing to do so. Let's look at the 5-minute. 5-minute producing big bull bar, no follow through. Big bull bar, big bear bar. Currently. And trading range forming on the 5-minute as well, as you can see here. This trading range could be indicative for us for the rest of the day, but we shall see. Tanner Neal says, this L4 now seems like a good trade because what we had was a breakup trend. I'll just use this now. Breakup trend. New high. The L4 actually creates a new high. And then enough to scalp out. I was thinking that actually with this breakup trend and new high and also trading range most likely will try to come back into it. I was thinking that, but it was a little too close to opening for me and I just was not sure if like we're gonna start pushing up higher. So to me, it was more of the market open stopping me from doing that. It's about a couple candles away. We do have a lower high setup here, pandas. And notice the 10K chart still in Trap City. One thing to note, there is currently a gap from this low to this high. This gap was filled right here though, but remember that was a perfect scalp, so people are technically not out until right here, and so they move their stop break even after this candle. So now you have this only going this high, creating a gap from here to here. So this could show us some bearishness here. The 10K about to make a point at the 50s. It makes a perfect scalp at the 50s, but notice the 20 EMA acting as support. I don't mess with the 20 EMA when it comes to 10K chart. I'm not messing with it just because the past has shown to be so strong. It can make these little spikes down, test it, come right back up. Perfect spike down here, test it, came right back up. So that's why it was not enough room for me to go short here. That's why I skipped the 10K two-legged move. We have a two-legged move here now. I might be interested in this one, but we're at the top of the trading range, thinking we're coming back into the trading range. I'll be more interested in the trap trade here if it were possible. Fail breakdown, coming back up. I'll be more interested in the trap trade here if we get one. The market might not give it to us, right? The market might be stingy and just give us a double top here. But this poked up above it, one tick, it'll create our second entry, and then when it reverses will be our trap, which is what I'd be interested in. But notice here, right, we balance out the 240 SMA, which is a pretty strong bullish sign. So this trap could be a trap. Or we could just lose a trap right here and just goes up. And 10K is actually creating a trap right off the 20 MA. Confusing. The main thing is we're confused because of 10K, we're in a trading range. We do have a trap set up here, pandas. Am I interested in this trap? to go short. This is a major trend reversal. Has all the key components: breakup trend, new high, lower low, trap trade. This to me is a pretty high probable trade. I just don't like this failed breakdown here coming back up above the trading range, now acting as support. I do not like that. I personally do not like that. That's not what you want to see if you want to try to make a reversal here. You don't want to spike down, failed breakdown on that lower high. Plus multiple hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts to break down the top of this trading range, and we're failing to do so 5 times. Good morning, pandas. Good morning. Welcome, pandas. For those who are just rolling in, we're trading pure price action. We're looking for two-legged pullbacks on the E-mini, on the S&P futures. Hey, if you're just joining, make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. 10K is about to trap out on the 10K chart. Whoo! Pandas, pandas, pandas. The 10K chart is about to trap out here. Just imagine, pandas, if you went short here, how you would feel with this candle forming if you try to go short on this 10K chart. How would you feel right now? You would be saying, I made a mistake. I didn't realize that the original trend was up. Failed breakout, failed breakdown, and most likely we're going to try to break out again. I made a mistake. 20 EMA, right? Coming back above the 20 EMA. I tried to take a short into the 20 EMA, and this is what happens. But notice if you go long here, we have the trading range blocking us as well. So we're basically trying to go long at the top of the trading range if we take this trap. Pandas, I'm taking this trap. Ooh, came in a little early. It's all good, pandas. I think we're good here. I came in a little early. Okay, trapped. Okay, it triggered anyways. I'm taking this trap here on the 10K chart off the 20 MA. Could be a mistake because we are at the top of the trading range on the 10K chart. But with the trap trade off the 20 MA like that, for those who try to go short here, you know, with the two-legged pullback into the 20 MA, hopefully we can punish some of those traders here. Or we might be the ones getting punished, but hopefully we can punish some of those traders. We're looking at a 10K chart now, 10K tick. Like if you went short here, your stop loss would be one tick above here, and you're just thinking, man, I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm gonna get stopped out. Do I like the feel of this though? It's kind of, it's not a trap that I like. Like usually traps are very quick. It's taking a little longer than I like. Hey, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Trap on the 10K chart. Little risky because there was a trading range here. Oh, we got a runner. We got a runner, pandas. How high will this runner go? It's 2 points. Let's try to get 4 points off this runner if possible. Let's go, baby. Come on. Push higher. Don't do that. Let me look at the smaller time frames to see where we're at right now. Ooh. I kind of want to just take the profits off this runner here. You know what? I'll just put it one tick below here. If we ever break below previous candles on the 2K chart, I'm just gonna stop out right there. I'm just keep raising my stop loss one tick below every single bar, just because I just think we're overextended now. We're creating a wedge. Right, this is a wedge right now. Creating a wedge. I'm gonna just keep raising my stop loss one tick below every candle. And the reason why I'm doing this on the 2K chart is I can be a little more granular here. On the 10K chart, if I were to do this, I most likely would just get stopped out. Like the 10K rarely creates gaps. Rarely creates gaps, and for me, today's price action is a little choppy. I'm not thinking we're gonna get huge trends today. I just think that we're gonna probably, you know, chop around all day today. All right. Right, so now we're saving ourselves a point here. We're protecting a point at least. So now I'm in a place where I'm like, if I just scalped my entire position, that's where I would be right now. So no harm done. This is a very, very low risk trade. I'm at this point, I'm just trying to figure out how much money I'm gonna make. I'm gonna keep on putting it one tick below. I don't even need this limit order here. We're gonna keep pushing this up until it breaks down. And I'm thinking we're gonna break down soon because we were at the top of this wedge. But pandas can dream. We'll keep pushing this up here. And I'm doing this mainly because I think we're pretty choppy. We have been pretty choppy, so just not sure how high these trends will go. Keep pushing up. Alright, we're just watching this. Zero risk trade pretty much. We're just trying to figure out how much money we can make now. I'm being very conservative with this. But because I think we're on top of this wedge here, and I'm just trying to protect as much profits as possible. And, you know, I don't mind missing this, like, you know, point and a quarter. Protecting this. Potential can go higher. Alright, pandas, gotta stop that. Let's go, baby! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like I said, top of the wedge, so I want to protect my profits there. We're at the top of this wedge, so I wasn't sure how high it was going to go, and I just felt like any resistance really can act as strong resistance and can just push back. But again, when you look at this 10K chart, just imagine if you were short here, how would you feel if the moment you go short and you bounce off the 20 MA like that, and it reversed and made this super strong bull candle? How would you feel? You would be scared, and you're like, all right, I'm out. Like, I made a mistake. And that's exactly what happened. That's kind of why I like to use the multiple time frames, because it produces opportunities that you cannot get. Like, you're thinking, why trade a 10K when you can trade a 2K, right? Doesn't a 2K always have more opportunities? Well, yeah, actually, technically, it will have more opportunities, but the 10K will create unique opportunities, new opportunities, right? Like this, you wouldn't see on the 2K chart, but you have the opportunity here. And that's a beautiful thing about price action. It works on every single chart. So that's why I like to have the 10K chart as well, to make some scalps off the 10K chart. And also 5-minute chart creates opportunity as well, right? Because we actually had a trap. Well, actually, what do we have here? We actually had a trap right here off the 5-minute chart, right? Two-legged pullback, 5-minute chart here. Yeah, two-legged pullback, fails, reverses. And so even the 5-minute had a very unique opportunity here to go long as well. So both the 5-minute and 10K had opportunities that the 2K did not have. And so for me, when you're trading price action only one single instrument, for me, I like to have the multiple time frames because it creates more opportunities in that one single instrument. And plus since price action works on any time frame, any chart really, you know, in my mind, why not? More opportunities. This spiking channel I think is pretty clear at this point. It looks something like this. And we're clear at the top of that spiking channel. But that's a pretty strong push up. And I mean, but in reality, in terms of market cycle, we haven't changed. We're still in this trading range, right? For the 10K, we're just at the top of it now again. And notice pandas also, right? The balance of the 240 SMA, such a strong reversal sign. Balance of the 240 SMA, creating this strong spike. Try not to go short into that, right? 1, 2, 3 times shorts got burned. Trying to go short right into this reversal. Let's go, baby. And honestly, to be honest, lately, because it's been so choppy on the 2K chart, for me, I think the 10K chart does kind of show a little cleaner lines, in my opinion. Right? Like, because a lot of times the chop happens, and I mean, it's so choppy, even the 10K kind of gets choppy, but a lot of times the chop resolve, like the 2K chop resolves in one 10K bar. And so, you know, the 10K bar is a little cleaner. In my opinion, like clean charts have little traps. Here you have 2 traps in a row, which kind of sucks because you're like, oh man, this is a trap, I'm gonna go long here. But top of the trading range, don't go long there. And actually, that trap fails and makes a nice swing downwards. So the less traps you have, the cleaner the chart is, in a sense. But here, when you have a trap like this on a strong uptrend, that's, you know, it's another thing. If the market cycle is in a trading range, the less traps you have, the cleaner it is. All right, pandas. Hey, let me get that measure move. The measure move is right here. Don't forget, I made this measure move a while back. But here's a measure move. If we hit this line, this is a measure move from this low to this high. And we bring it to the low of the consolidation. And now we have a measure move here. There was a gap here, but now notice, pandas, there's a gap right here. There's a gap from this low to now this pivot. There's a gap from this low to now this swing low. That could be telling us something. Breakout. There's a gap currently between here and here. What do I mean by gap? For those who are kind of new to this, gap is often not described like this, but Al Brooks describes gaps. With any breakout, if there is a space between the lows and the highs before, right, the high of the candle before the breakout to the low of the candles after the breakout, if there's a gap here, that shows, right, that if there's a space, that means this is a gap, acts as a gap. Could show some bullishness here, but as always, gaps typically fill, and so we might fill this gap here. It's a little confusing in my opinion. Top of the trading range now on the 10K chart, and going short here actually probably not a bad idea. Kind of want to go short here, pandas. Call me crazy. Kind of want to go short here. This is the signal bar currently. I kind of want this to be the signal bar, but we'll see. If we get a good signal bar here, I might go short here. But we still have about 2,000 ticks left, and I think, okay, I already triggered pandas. But the 10K chart has been so clean, like this will most likely make a point. Very high chance this will make a point. Probably 70% chance to make a point, even with a bad signal bar like this. But top of the trading range, context is not bad. Right, and I like this wick. I like this wick created here on this candle. And at the top of the trading range plus 10K chart typically will make a point. So did it have all the things I needed, right, to get the 90% probability, which would be a good signal bar, right? This is okay signal bar, but ends in the middle here. But I would like a good signal bar, but unfortunately didn't get one. So skipping this trade. But most likely we'll make a point here. Most likely will make a point, but could be a chance doesn't make a point. Hey, Pandas, we almost got 200 concurrent viewers. Let's hit that like button for those who are enjoying the content. Hey, man, hitting that like button not only supports this channel for those who've been watching, and if you enjoy the content and if you want to support it, hit that like button. But really, what's important is it helps other people, right? Think about it. Think about those who are getting into trading and want to find content, doesn't know what to even search for, and finally, the YouTube algorithm recognizes they're looking for some sort of futures content, and it recommends it to them. They're not even searching for it, but they know, and they are, they're such newbies, they don't even know what to look for, and YouTube recommends it to them. Well, it only can come to that place if we have engagement on these streams, right? If we hit that like button, if we engage in the chat room, right? If you guys respond to my questions and things like that, all of that helps other people who are looking for content like this find this content. And so for that newbie who's like, okay, doesn't know where to begin, that YouTube will recommend it to them, and they'll see it, and then they will be able to have like months ahead that they would typically have if they started from themselves from scratch. So you hitting that like button not only helps the stream, but also helps other people. Good morning, chat. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, pandas. Hope everyone's doing well. We got ourselves a nice scalp here. Like I said, even though that this looks kind of bad right now, this has a very high chance to make a point still, pandas. Very high chance. But if we do hit a kind of a L4 setup here, I might want to take the L4 instead. L4 is a higher probable setup, obviously. But we do have a wedge here. Essentially, that's what 3 pushes up are, a wedge, right? So if you ever see a 3 on the indicator, that means it's a wedge, right? You have a 3 here, right? Wedge. Right? Anytime you see a 3 means a wedge, so potential reversal. But the L4, when you have 4 pushes up, typically on these spiking channels, there are 4 pushes up, 3 to 4 pushes up, and so this is why we look for these H4, L4 setups. Most likely, pandas, if this HL4 setup happens, I'll take it. But like I said, most likely, even though this looks pretty bad right now, this will still make a point. And I almost want to just take a limit order somewhere up here, because that's better than a limit order down here. And if we're able to make a point down here, we can like swing this for like 2 or 3 points, thinking we can hit at least 1 point with this scalp. Almost just want to buy a limit order here. If you bought a limit order right here, you would have made your point already. Right, limit order bears coming in now. This is a 10K chart. Let's go back to 2K chart. What do we got here? Potential trap trade on the 2K chart. Decent position to do a trap trade as well. Not bad to do a trap trade. Trap trade bouncing off the top of this channel here. ABC fails to make a point even with a very nice signal bar. Struggling to make a point here. Potential trap on the 2K chart. I think I'm gonna take this trap, pandas. Oh, I might have missed it. Might have missed it. Kind of like this trap, pandas. Kind of like this trap. Alright, trap pretty much makes a point here. I like this trap, but I think it's too late. Yeah, it's too late. Trap makes a point. And like I said, pandas, even though that looked really bad on the 10K chart, most likely will still make a point, which is exactly what it's trying to do right now. And that's what price action is helpful, right? Because no indicator would have told you to do that, right? No indicator would have told you just buy a limit, sell order here and just try to make a point, right? Because indicators won't be able to go as detailed and won't be able to find those little things that price action will tell us, right? 3 pushes up, top of the trading range. Even though it's a terrible signal bar here, even though it looked very bad, very high chance we'll still make a point on the 10K chart. We're still in Trap City though, don't get me wrong, but I mean the fact that it came all the way back down does not surprise me at all. That trap trade, I should have taken it. I was really hesitant, but looking back at it, you know, there's not much stopping me from taking that trap trade, other than we're above the 20 MA. I think that's what was stopping me. Like, I thought we might have just bounced off the 20 MA, but yeah, that was a pretty good trap trade, right? When you get a trap off a reversal, right? So if you have like a point where you typically reverse, which is top of this channel, and if you have a trap coming up to the other side, that's typically a pretty good time to come in, right? That's a very high probable trade for all that price action to happen and trap to trigger. But notice the 10K misses its point, and we can lose it here on this trap. It almost makes a point, but still loses it. Doesn't make it. Still in Trap City. Now we're getting choppy. 2K chart. Let's stick with the 2K chart right now. Oh, 1 second. Not sure if you guys heard that. My stomach is growling. Panda's 10K just triggered the L4 setup on the 10K chart. What is happening right now? I still think trading range, because we're still in this, you know, still this trading range is valid on the 10K chart. All right, big push up, big push down. So for me, this trading range is what I'm going to be focused on today, and I'm going to trade it like a trading range. That means I need lower high setups here. Good morning, Pandas. Good morning. Good morning. Double top currently forming on the 2K chart. Very interesting. If you are short here, you still haven't hit your stop loss, which is 1 tick above the signal bar. Will you hit it? Most likely, but you're still in this trade. You're still actually technically in this trade until you break this pivot high, which is that signal bar on the 10K chart. You're technically still in this trade. Badar, if you shill again, I'm going to ban you. No shillings, come on. I'd love to have you on the stream, but if you shill, sorry. Killian says her 10K isn't showing an L4. I'm seeing an L4 on my 10K. I'm not sure what's happening with your 10K, but this is a L4 setup. Even manually counting it, it's an L4. You might want to hit F12, Kellyanne, or right click and refresh your script. When you switch between charts, the way NinjaTrader renders the charts when you're not on focus is different than when you're on focus. And so because of that, the indicator needs to be refreshed if you jump back and forth between charts. Shilling is when you come and try to promote something, trying to promote an altcoin or whatever they're trying to promote. Daniel says he is committed to the L4 on the 10K chart. Let's get the measure move on the 10K chart here as well. This is the measure move. It's just about 2 points away. We have an L4 set up here, Pandas. Are we going to make all-time highs again? I do have on this daily, we have a little more room to the ATR breakout point, which is actually at, oh, this chart is so big. Let me see. 43.0975. 43.0975. Right here. That's the ATR breakout point. No setups right now on the 2K chart, but if you went short there, you actually did get trapped out on that L4 setup, L4 reversal. My eyes are on this L4 reversal because I think we're choppy and I think we're going to respect this trading range. And when you have an L4 setup at the top of a trading range, I'm going to try to go short here. And some of you guys might think that's trading counter trend, but if we're in a trading range, you want to trade counter trend. That's what you want to do. You don't want to trade with trend in a trading range because typically you'll find yourself at the top trying to go long at the top of trading ranges. Kellyanne asks, how do you refresh the chart other than F12? You can right click and click on reload Ninja script. That's another way to do it if you don't want to hit F12. Jay Gillett asks, anyone got a laptop recommendation for running NT8? I don't have a laptop, and my last laptop, I would say right now that NinjaTrader is kind of, it's pretty heavy application. It's not a light application. It's pretty heavy. And so, not saying you need like a full-blown gaming computer, but I don't think a low-end computer would be wise. I don't know because the last computer I had was a laptop and it was a gaming laptop and it ran pretty well on it. But maybe the chat can help you, give you a little more information on that. Brandon Shows says, I actually run it using a crappy $500 HP laptop from Walmart. Wow. I'm surprised if it runs very smooth. I'm surprised, but hey. I mean, if you do things like automated strategies and you try to like back test, that would probably destroy that HP. But if you're not doing anything like that, then probably be fine actually. Not looking to go short anytime on the 2K chart. 2K chart's not showing me anything in terms of going short here. Other than we got choppiness, right? Some choppiness. We are in an uptrend currently, but we are in a choppiness right here. A lower high setup might be nice, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it. I mean, I could be wrong, Pandas. We could have like a strong uptrend day today, but I'm just thinking trading range. Let's look at the 5-minute. Is it giving us anything? I mean, 5 minutes showing us some pretty strong bullishness, right? The 20 EMA is acting strong again, right? We've been seeing similar behavior, right? 20 EMA acting strong here on the 5-minute as well, right? Especially around the opens here. We have another open here, 20 EMA acting as, you know, support, and it just consolidates on that 20 EMA all day until kind of failed breakdowns and reverses back up, right? With an H4 setup, and that H4 was a reversal of the day. But we do have plenty of room back to the 20 EMA now. Oh boy, oh boy. 2K chart's very difficult to trade in my opinion at this moment, but we do have a small trading range here. This could be a failed breakout, come back into the trading range here. Could easily happen. Pandas. The 10K chart is showing an L4 setup at the top of a trading range. I think I gotta take this, Pandas. I think I gotta take it if it does trigger. If we do get a reversal here, if we get our second entry. Signal bar currently is not the best, but the context is excellent, in my opinion. We do have a measure move though that could act as a magnet, which would be nice if we actually were at that magnet, creating this L4 setup. That would be a dream, but it's not happening right now, pandas. This is why you don't go short here. You just don't know what to go short. You don't know what to do right now. Too choppy. No setups at the moment. We are in a spiking channel. We're just at the top of the spiking channel currently, which typically means you're overbought. Trap about to trigger. Jeez, trap about to trigger up here at the top of this channel. I'm not trying to go long this high up on top of this channel. All right, this is the last candle on the 10K chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the low here is the new low. Like this will create the second entry short. The problem right now, the internal structure is very bullish. And if we were to go short on the 10K chart, boy, that's pretty difficult because you're fighting against strong internals. It would be awesome if we got a push up here and if we got a touch of this measure move and we got the L4 on the 10K. To me, I have to take that trade. I have to take it if that does happen. Are we on the same measure move here? I want to make sure it's right. 4303. Yeah, same measure move here. 4303. Oh man, I need some panda food. You know what would be really funny, pandas? If we got an L4 setup on the 2K chart, which could be potentially here, and an L4 setup on the 10K chart. Are we getting an L4 on the 5-minute chart? The 5-minute chart is not an L4 per se because it's not a trap, but it is a fourth push up on even on the 5-minute chart. And again, here, let's put the measure move here. So we on almost all charts we have 4 pushes up. 4303. What's going on here, pandas? I mean, in my mind, I gotta go short, right? You gotta, you know, you gotta go short. You gotta go short if that happens, right? Am I going crazy? Micro double top currently forming at the top of the channel here, giving us more reason to maybe go short because it's a lower high setup. That is a decent short to take. This is a decent short to take in my opinion because you have a lower high setup, good signal bar, but just not enough room, right, to the previous pivot low that could act as support, and so you can just have a double bottom. We come down here. So, but if this setup was better, like if we didn't have this support right here blocking it, like that's not a bad setup, right? Lower high setup. Training range, failed breakout of this training range. That's what you're thinking. Decent setup actually, but doesn't matter because we didn't even trigger it, so not even looking at it. Some bears will have a limit order right here at that measure move. Everyone is eyeing this measure move right now. It's very apparent. Spike and channel all the way up to the measure move, right? I think everyone, like, think about it. Even institutions are right now looking at this measure move. So what they're going to do is they're going to take profits out here most likely. And then that's why bears like to come in. Bears and bulls like to come in at these points. So bears will have limit orders here. Bulls will have limit orders here as well to get out. 1 point away from this measure move, in my opinion, like it'd be crazy if we don't hit it. But we're reversing. Maybe you got some front runners trying to come out a little early, thinking this measure move is a little too obvious. They want to come out before everyone else does. And if enough institutions do that, then it can reverse on a dime right here. Notice the trading range indicator expands now because realizing the chop is continuing even up here. So we just have chop, chop, all chop here. Robert Grant says, what do I have to do to change my settings in order to see the same bars? You might want to refresh your historical data. If you right click on the chart, there is a option that says reload all historical data. Try that, and if that doesn't fix it, then there might be something else. It could be like when you start a day, end of the day, I don't know. You might have a different time than I do. I also use government time. I don't use like the default time that's on Microsoft. I have I'm actually like using some time on the government. Potential L4 setup, pandas, on the 2K chart. Potential L4 setup, or L4 setup for sure on the 10K chart. This would be quite a sight if we see an L4 setup. I don't know if we're gonna get it though, because we're at the top of the training range. But potential L4 setup at this measure move. We haven't hit it yet though. I would like to hit the measure move for more peace of mind, higher probability. But this could give us a point here. And we could trigger the L4 on the 10K chart a little early. Right, 10K chart will trigger right here. Terrible signal bar though. And we missed the measure move by 1 point, thinking we're gonna hit the measure move. Very difficult for me to go short here if I were to go short. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Doesn't trigger yet. The L4 setup, top of the trading range. I just wish we hit that measure move, so I just don't have any other reason to think we're going to keep going up. Because I have reason that we're going to keep going up. I will most likely have to skip this L4. It's such a waste, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Like, I gotta, like, we're 1 point away from the measure move here. Think we're going to hit it. Right? It will act as a magnet. And it's gonna hurt to skip it, but Killian just says, I just realized I am on the MES. That's a big difference. Good thing you noticed that. It's even bigger mistake if you typically trade the MES and you're actually on the ES. That would be a bigger mistake in my opinion. We still haven't triggered the L4 on the 10K chart, but it's looking weak, right? The 2K chart is looking weaker, right? We have a ledge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits all in a row right here. I don't know why it's hitting right here. Like, you know, the measurement is right here, but the ledge is right here, creating a super strong resistance right there at this point. That's confusing, right? With multiple failed breakouts, missed the measure move by 1 point. Something fishy is going on here. This is looking very heavy, right? This is looking like we're hitting resistance and we can't break above a certain point. Thinking, well, at the very least, consolidation, right? Because that's already happened. But now you're thinking, is this consolidation going to turn to a reversal? Oh, pandas. Bottom of the trading range as well. L4 triggers, right? Because we have it right here. L4 triggers on the 10K chart with that tick below. I'm going to have to skip it. Pandas, I'm going to have to skip that L4, which I really like. Really like it. It's just hard for me to go short knowing we have a magnet right above us. It's just really, in my mind, like, I would be like, if I went short and it turned against me, wondering why did I go short? That's like, I'm already kind of like looking ahead at the certain emotions I might feel if I enter a trade. And I think that kind of comes with experience because I've had so many bad experiences. Those feelings of just remorse are so burned into my mind and heart. I know the exact feeling I'll get. If I went short On this L4 setup, knowing that we have a magnet right above it, the feeling I'll get, feeling how stupid I feel, it's just so real to me. I cannot pull myself to do it. Plus terrible signal bar. A terrible signal bar. I like the context here, top of the trading range, but so close to this measure move, you're thinking we're gonna come up to hit the measure move, like sooner or later. Like we're gonna hit it. But I mean, if we miss the measure move by 1 point, we start to reverse here, that could be a big sign that we're gonna reverse hard. Oh, my stomach is growling. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but this panda is hungry from some bamboo. Let me go over some of the chat here as we wait. I'm skipping this L4 setup, unfortunately, and it hurts. It really does hurt because it can make a point. And I like a lot of the things about it. I like the top of the trading range. I like the L4 setup. I don't like the signal bar. I like the trigger bar. I like how it ends bearish, right? And that could be enough evidence for us to say this is enough to go short here. But I don't like the measure move, 1 point up above it. And yeah, and I don't like the signal bar. There's things that I don't like about it. So pandas, even though this might make a point, I gotta skip it, pandas. I gotta skip it. And it hurts. It hurts. It really does hurt. But you gotta skip it. We're just in a trading range now on the 2K chart, right? Marked by the trading range indicator. Guess what, pandas? We had a trading range indicator way back here. Guess where we're coming back down to? To the bottom of the trading range, right? And it was marked way back here. Remember, it expanded because of all of this chop up here. The trading range expanded to the upside, but the bottom side stayed the same. And so this is where we're finding ourselves again, coming back to the top, back to the bottom of the trading range. I could have gone short there, but again, like I said, we had this measure move so close. I just was not sure. I was thinking maybe L4 setup to the measure move, and that would be incredible. L4 on the 2K, L4 on the 10K, but it just did not happen today. History was not made today, pandas. Mr. MXR asks, why did you choose to trade futures over other things? The nice thing about futures is that obviously you can day trade on it with a very small account. You can day trade on it with as little as $500. And that's what's nice about it in terms of day trading. You don't have the pattern day trade rule affect you when it comes to futures. And that's also one other thing, is that the E-mini is the most liquidable market in the universe. It's so liquid and it's very easy to make a point, right? Every bar on average on the 2K 2000 tick chart or the 5-minute chart, whatever time frame you want to use, you want to make sure that it on average is at least enough to make a scalp. And on the 2K chart, every bar is at least 1 point, typically, right? Average. And so that's another reason why I like to scalp the E-mini. The L4 on the 10K chart is so close to making a point right now. But we have a two-legged move to the bottom of the trading range. Don't forget this ledge here. This ledge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits in a row. Don't forget that ledge. If we do go long here, just have enough room to top this ledge. With a decent signal bar, I may go long here. I'm waiting for this. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. It's small. It's a small trading range, but it's enough to make a point. Barely enough room to make a point, actually. Just enough room to make a point. I don't like that. Just enough room to make a point. Maybe with a limit order. I don't like this ledge. I don't like how this ledge forms. Typically bearish when this ledge forms like that. And I don't like how the 10K formed an L4 setup thinking we have more room to go down. I don't like that. These are things, bear cases against going long here. We're in the bottom of trading range. Ooh, now we're making a small ledge here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in a row. Let's see if we can scalp a point here with the limit order, pandas, if we can get it. It's looking choppy though. I don't like that. It's looking very choppy. This is kind of scary. Actually, very scary. Very tight trading range here. If we fail to break down again, I'm interested in going long here. Another failed breakdown. Has to close at or above this bottom of this trading range. If it closes below, I'm not interested. Currently micro double bottom. Okay, made a new low. I don't like that. Skipping this. Right, that ledge is gone now. The bottom trading range. Notice on the 10K chart, pandas, we're very close to making a point now. On the 10K chart, one tick away from making a perfect scalp on the 10K. L4 setup, top of the trading range. Makes a perfect scalp on the 10K chart. Absolute scalp at the 50s. Will it hit? Will it make an absolute scalp? Will it be stuck on a perfect scalp? Currently stuck on a perfect scalp. Absolute scalps at the 50s. We did break below the trading range now. I think we have plenty of chop to come back into this trading range though. How often do you hear that? We have plenty of chop to come back into the trading range. That's how good your price action, that's how you know your price action is getting good. When you can use a chop against the market and say, I think this chop is good enough to come back into a trading range. But this ledge currently here is proven to be pretty strong. I would like a higher low setup, pandas, to be honest. If I can get a higher low setup with enough room to scalp out, I'll be interested, but this trading range is very small. I'm not sure we have enough room to scalp out here. And we could be doing what we've been doing every single day. Strong move up in the first like 30 minutes. Complete consolidation for about 5 hours straight. And then finally maybe move at the end of the day. Daniel Eyes says, in the L4, he hit it, baby. Let's go, baby. Congrats, Daniel Eyes. Hey, congratulate anyone making money here. We love it. Anyone making gains, we love it. No FOMO here. Hey, 240 concurrent viewers, but 85 likes. Come on, pandas. Hey, if you're enjoying the content here, if you gain anything from here, or even if you know, if you think about it, like I did this absolutely for free. I do. And you know, basically the only way to really gain support is either if you want to hit that like button or become a panda. You know, those who become pandas, I love you guys. Thank you so much. You know, you guys are the best. You know, this community, I honestly is the best. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I cannot over exaggerate when I say this community is really the best. And so for all the pandas, I just really thank you for becoming pandas, you know, supporting me and, you know, donating for my morning coffee. You know, that's what it is. We do have a two-legged pullback here, but it's so choppy, I'm not interested in this. This is a two-legged pullback, but we're so choppy here. I'm not even interested in this two-legged pullback. Right, this chop here can be failed breakout, come back down, right? This in itself is a trading range. We have this many overlapping bars. Notice on the 10K chart, potential trap, right? There potential, right? Daniel Eyes was lucky, he got out, but there are trap traders. There are, in my mind, like 99.99999%. There are trap traders here, and this could be a trap to the upside to hit this measure move. The reason why I know I'm so confident there are trap traders is because if you hit the scalp perfectly, that means there are people in the queue, right? Because in the real life market, when you hit your price target, that doesn't mean you get filled. You have to wait in line. And for those who are late in the queue, are not filled yet, And I know that unless we made an absolute scalp, if we made an absolute scalp, then I know everyone's scalped out. There's no more trap traders. But, or I can't guarantee the trap traders, but because we hit the perfect scalp, and we have this golden box here showing us that this is a perfect scalp, if it reverses, they are trap traders. This will be a trap trade. But I'm not sure how strong the trap trade will be. Depends on how many trap traders there are and how weak they are. There could be one trap trader. There could be only one trader here, and if it hits this, it can just reverse again. So it's not as strong as these magenta boxes, but there are trap traders here. And this is exactly why I didn't want to go long, because we're so choppy here, even with a good signal bar, right? Technically, that's a good signal bar, but look to the left. We're so choppy here. This was a high probable chance that we're just come back down to the bottom of this teeny weeny trading range, right? This is a trading range happening right now. I can draw it out for you, but this is a trading range, and it's very small, but it is a trading range. And trading ranges typically have failed breakouts. We'll have a failed breakdown typically, failed breakout, failed breakdowns, right? Every breakdown, every breakout, every breakdown most likely will fail. And this is what we have here. With these wicks here are failed breakouts, failed breakdowns. These wicks here, failed breakouts. Coming back into trading range. Trap does trigger here, pandas. Not even interested in this trap because we're so choppy. In fact, I might be interested in this failed trap to go long because we are so choppy. I'll be more interested in that than this actual trap trade. I'm interested in the failed trap here. I may go long here, pandas. Depends on the signal bar. But we are so choppy. And we're just in this blue box, as you can see. I don't know if I even want to go long here because the blue box, if it's a true trading range, can act as resistance at the top. The signal bar is not even that good. It is a higher low setup, pandas. I'm going to take this long because of the higher low setup micro double bottom. If we trigger up, I'm going to take this long here. Higher low, bottom of trading range. Enough room to the top of the trading range here. I'm going to keep a tight stop loss here, pandas. This blue box is what's scaring me. But I'd like to come back to the top of this trading range if possible. And hopefully to the measure move with the runner. But notice the blue box is acting as resistance currently, right? This blue box is acting as resistance. The super tight trading range, but the higher low setup made me want to take it at the bottom of this trading range. Makes me want to take this trade here, the higher low setup, or micro double bottom, whatever you want to call it. In my mind, we're so choppy that we can make this point. And in fact, I might actually extend my stop loss because of the fact we're so choppy. If we do break down, I don't think it'll go very far down. It would probably just come right back up. I might actually extend my stop loss here. Actually, it's a smarter thing to do as a trader to extend your stop loss at the bottom of the trading range because you're thinking any breakdown will be a failed breakdown and come back up. We shall see here. I might actually extend it, but this blue box, as you can see, is being a nuisance. Keeps hitting it, bouncing off of it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits on the top of this blue box currently. If we don't scalp out, ooh, okay. Popping up above it. Come on. One more tick. Give me one more tick. Touching it. Touching it. Hasn't filled me yet. Hasn't filled me yet. Fill me. Fill me. What is happening here? This is crazy. How late in the queue am I? How late in the queue am I? I almost want to skunk this because this is acting fishy. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on, runner. Come to my measure move. Come to the measure move. Let's go, baby. Measure move, measure move. Hit the top of the trading range. I might be greedy here. Am I being greedy? Should I just stop at the top of the trading range? Am I being greedy, pandas? I don't think I'm being greedy. I think I'm being smart. I'm being a smart panda. Let's get the top. Let's get the measure move. This to me is enough push. Might be enough push to get to that measure move. But we do have a ledge here. We can just bounce right off of it. Am I being smart? Yeah, I'm being smart. I'm being so smart right now. I'm being so smart. Keeping my target up here. Let's see how smart I really am. This could be a big mistake. I'm so smart. Come on, I'm so smart. Get up there. Poked above it. Poked above my ledge. Come on. Come on. I know you want to hit it. Whew. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, I'm so smart, pandas. I'm such a smart panda. Look at me. I am so smart. Could have scalped out. Obvious point here. I'm so smart. I am such a smart panda. Should have just scalped out. I'm so smart. I'm such a smart panda. Am I smart? Am I smart? How smart is this panda? Am I smart? Wow. I was like for sure gonna stop me out. But now the blue box, the top of the blue box is acting as support. Very interesting. I am so smart. I am such a smart panda. Come on, don't do that to me. Thinking measure move is so close. I'm smart. Come on. Come on. Ooh, okay. Okay. No, 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 no. Micro double bottom. Don't go lower. If you're gonna micro double Pandas, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Stop me out. Now reversing. Now trying to get to that measure move. It got me. It got me. I thought I was smart, but I was not, pandas. Let's go, baby. What a nice change of pace, finally. Man, I've been so many red days. Wow, back up to 16K. All right, all right, all right, all right. Slowly getting my, coming back, right? Slowly getting closer to that 20K mark. Ah, man. Now, look at it. Now it wants to come up after it stops me out perfectly. It just wants to stop me out. Now it wants to go up. Wonderful. Just wonderful. I don't want to go long here because it's the top of the trading range, but this is, in my opinion, a very good long. If we didn't have this ledge here blocking the way, but in my opinion, this is a decent spot to go long thinking of the measure move. I still have the measure move in my mind. But I like that. I felt good, pretty good about that one. Signal bar wasn't great, but the fact that it was a failed trap, right? Micro double bottom of the trading range, basically is a higher low. Seeing how choppy we were, like I said, we're so choppy. I think we're choppy enough to come back into the trading range. And that's what I meant, because because we're so choppy, I didn't think this was going to turn to a strong downtrend. And the price action told us everything, right? The price action was obviously saying, hey, look it, we're not strong. We're not a strong trend right now. Look at us. And I thought we're choppy enough to come back in the trading range. Whew. All right, pandas. Let's go wavy. Finally, pandas. Finally. Green streams, man. I think that's 3 green streams in a row. This market has just been so hard, but now I think it's kind of loosening up. I'm feeling it a little bit more now. I think I'm just like adjusting to these, trading ranges. I'm trading them a little bit better. That's why you gotta listen to the trading range indicator, right? The trading range indicator, notice this trading range a while back. It goes right to the bottom, right back to the top. By the way, for those who are interested, anyone looking for the two-legged pullback indicator, there's a free trial on the website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. You can also purchase the trading range indicator there, but there is no trial for that yet, at least. I might create a free trial for that, but maybe a little bit later. Maybe after the holidays, I'll try to create a free trial for you guys, so you guys can try the trading range indicator for yourselves. See if you like it. Hey pandas, it's getting close to the end of the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, please. Helps me out a ton. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the stream. Let me know in the comments if there's anything I can improve in the stream. Let me go some over chats before I end the stream here. Alright. I think most of you guys have been talking about your laptops, which is cool. It's all good. Daniel says, happy because I was in the red, now green. Hey, green day's a green day. Kellyanne says, Lord, please not that again. I think she was referring to the choppiness I was talking about. Potential choppiness. Nine seven 9765 9,765,876 views. I want to send you a donation, $300. Where is your PayPal though? I think if you look in my description, you can find any link if you want to. I wish I saw that earlier. But, yeah. Sack of Clam says, I hit that like because I'm a real homie. Let's go, baby. Appreciate it. You can also do a super chat. 9,765,876 views. You can do a super chat and you can donate there as well. All right, let's go, baby. Come on. Way to go, Panda. Let it run. Let it run. Now it's running after it stops me out. It wants to run up to the measure move. Kellyanne says I skunked. It's all good. Hey, if you skunk, you skunk. There's a reason why you skunk. I'd rather skunk and protect my capital than miss and then be in a trade that actually ends up working out. In the long term, that actually works out for you if you think about it. Because there are going to be times when you're really, really sus and you're like, should I skunk? I think I'll just hold it. And that thing reverses on you so hard, you lose money. In my opinion. There's always a reason when you want to skunk something, there's always a reason why. And if the reason is valid, yeah, then skunk. Real Idiot says, what's the music called playing at the moment? Sorry, I'm not sure what was playing at the moment. I was just focused on the charts. Sorry about that. Alright guys. Looks like everyone's good here. Ryan Shiner says, I skunked for 1 tick profit so I could get ready for work. Work, darn you, work. Why do you get in the way of our trading? Work. Hey pandas, I hope you guys have an amazing day today. Trade safe, please trade safe. As always, happy trading. God bless. Pleasure to trade with everyone here today. I'm glad that you can join us. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time as always. Let's go, baby. See you guys.